Thank you for your time, Joshua.
Thank you for having me.
No, thank you for your time. I really appreciate you finding your way here.
Thank you.
It's a long way from Uganda.
It's a long way. It's a long way.
You've gone from the slums of Kampala, my friend,
Yes,
to topping the global charts. What's one moment on this journey that kind of feels unreal to you?
Just this interview in itself is crazy to me, you know. I've traveled the world. I recently just sold out my headline show in London. It was amazing. It was surreal. So I've had a lot of those moments. Each working moment lately is just unreal to me.
You sold out Earth in Hackney, right?
Yeah, Earth in Hackney, yeah.
I can imagine when you stepped on the stage, it was and looked out in the crowd.
Oh my God, it was electric. It was just amazing to see everyone come out to support and to show me love, and everyone knew all the songs. It was just beautiful.
Describe your sound for people who are now going to be scrambling to Google who Joshua Baraka is.
My sound is, I feel like I make music depending on how I feel. So I'm not really bound to a particular genre, but I would say that my sound is heavily influenced by soul, R&B, gospel music, and definitely African rhythm, you know. So if I'm to describe my sound, it's a piece of me, and I'm from Africa, so I expect African rhythms. I grew up in church, so there's a touch of gospel, and there's soul and R&B, because I just love soul and R&B, honestly. And there's a lot of Jamaican influence as well, because Jamaica was Uganda's second colonialist.
I like the way you put that. Positive columnist.
Yeah.
Positive. Talk to who you were before you became an artist, who Joshua was as a young man growing up in Kampala, because you were a city boy, right?
Yes, I am. Okay. I am. Growing up, Joshua was a very stubborn kid, I would say. Always in trouble, but not like crazy trouble, you know, just
a
light work. Just light work, you know. I've always played instruments. I've always loved music. So I started writing when I was really young, and I picked up instruments from church because my parents are pastors. So it was a very religious household. So I grew up playing instruments and learning music, loving music, and I would say music has always been a part of me from when I was a kid. I'm a very social person, so I've always had like lots of friends around, and that's how Joshua was growing up.
So what was the first moment you kind of realized music might be the way out for you, or something you wanted to pursue properly?
So I've always loved music, but it had always been something I'm just passionate about, you know, until I finished my A-levels, and that's when I decided to take on music fully, because I had not really performed well in school, because while I was in school I was doing music. So I just decided to pursue it fully, and I dropped out of school and just committed to it. And
what were your parents like with that decision?
They said they would pray about it, and I really appreciate my parents, because they weren't against it necessarily. They listened and decided to take some time to think about it, and they thought about it, and they let me do my thing, and now I'm in London.
All praise be to God, right?
Yes, always.
You've got an album coming up. Before we get into that though, what's some of the music that's resonated with the growing audience that supports you? Who, and when did those tracks come about?
So when I decided to do music, I'd been doing music for like a year or two, and that's when I got my breakthrough single, which was Nana. It did amazing in Africa and around the world, and a lot of people resonated with it. A lot of people liked it, and from then on, I've had very many big songs, and my most recent song that has done amazing has been Wrong Places, and it's a song about life in general. We're all looking for love in the wrong places. Some in church, some in the club, some in substance abuse, others with friends, family. We're all looking for love, and sometimes it's in the wrong places. So I think that's why the song resonated with a lot of people. But yeah, it has been one of my biggest songs so far.
Nana, you said it was the first one.
Yeah.
So when was that? Just to put context on the time.
That was in 2023, start of 2023.
So when that went and was received the way it was, how were you feeling? Because that was the first blow up, right?
Yeah, I felt amazing, man. It was amazing. Just being in the hood and you're hearing all these kids sing your song and you're moving around and they're like, hey, isn't that the guy who sang Nana? And my dad was so proud of me, my mom was so proud of me, they still are. And it was just amazing, I really felt like, okay, something it's now working, Yeah.
You got brothers and sisters?
I do.
How many?
I have one brother and one sister.
So they
I'm the
must have been,
firstborn of three.
So they must have been equally as proud of you then, right?
Yeah.
What's life like for them now that their brothers are starting this shit, you know what I mean?
So what's crazy is my brother, when he was in O level, I blew up around the time he was finishing O level, and I used to go to school and it used to be a mess. Like all the teachers, like everyone just freaks out, and I think he didn't like it because when he reached O level, he told me never to go to his school again. so in his current school, most people don't even know he's my brother because I haven't been to a school. But this is his final year. He's about to do his final exams, so. Personally, I'm going to go and maybe pick him up from one of the exams, Yeah, but I think it's amazing for them. I can't speak on the experience, but I really enjoy just going there and
being the bigger brother, being the famous bigger brother.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah,
no, that's nice. It's nice. In years, he'll appreciate it.
Yeah.
When you started this year, 2025. You obviously knew you had a project that you were working on that was coming to market. So how did you anticipate things going, building on the way from 2023? How did you think?
So I've always, because this is my debut album, and I've always wanted my album to be something big, So I made a bunch of projects before it to hopefully lead to me dropping the album on a bigger scale, and God has really helped me and set that up for me because after Nana, I got to work with a lot of different producers, a lot of different other artists, and from them I met different people, and that's when I met J5, who I did Wrong Places with. He's an amazing producer, and we hit it off. And right now my audience is also quite big, so I'm just blessed to be in the position I am. I can't say it's me who set it up or I made deliberate moves to get here. Of course I did, but it has all been God's grace, a good team, and just trying to be the best I can be.
You mentioned the two J's, right?
Yeah.
Juvie, name of the album.
Yeah.
Why? Why'd you call it Juvie?
Juvie. So Juvie in this case is juvenile, which is a young adult. And my first project ever was called Baby Steps. And from then on, I went to make another project called Growing Pains. And that's when the baby is growing up, And from then on, I went to make a project called Recess, which was kind of like an interlude. And from there, it only makes sense that now I'm a young adult, I'm a juvenile.
So your projects are reflecting your transitions, right?
Exactly.
I get it.
Yeah.
The other J is J5.
Yeah.
Big endorsement.
Yeah.
Big, producer to be associated with at this early stage of your career. So how did that come about, and what's it been like working with him?
Yeah. So when I came to London in 2024. That's when I got to meet J5. We went to his studio, and he really liked me. I've always been a J5 fan, So just being there was enough for me. But then I got to work with him, which was even crazier. And we just hit it off. He's an amazing producer. He's an amazing guy. I've learned so much from him. And just being able to make music with him and be with him every day. Because as I was working with the album, I was with him a lot. And just learning from him and getting to experience how he sees music and how he interprets it was an amazing experience.
You described Juvie as brutally honest.
Yeah.
So I wondered what the hardest song to write was emotionally and why.
All the songs were equally not easy to write because as I was writing, I was trying to paint a realistic picture of all the topics I was talking about. And this album is definitely about me and the people around me, the things I've seen, and also trying to capture the experience of a young adult in my context, and also trying to put young adults all around the world in the context of the music, So it wasn't really easy trying to put myself in the position of every single young adult in the world. So I would say all the music was not easy to write. And I think when you listen to the project, you will be able to hear that. I released Devin first because I believe it's an amazing song, and it really gives you an idea of what the production sound of the album is.
Right.
It gives you an idea of how the writing is going to be, and I said, but it paints a good picture of what the album is and what it will be. So I would say it's a good introductory, is that the word? Track to the album.
As Uganda's highest streaming artist at just 24, do you feel pressure, Josh?
I feel no pressure, I only feel pressure to surpass myself, and not even in terms of like success or numbers. It's more of the music I make. I feel pressure to make better music than what I've done already. So the pressure is not really about the numbers or the success. It's more about the art. I feel more pressured to make better art than to get higher numbers.
Whose art influences yours?
Yeah, I have a lot of people who have influenced my art. Chronics, Bob Marley, Corey Henry. From Uganda, there's a guy called Maurice Kiria. There's another guy called Mose Radio. There's a lot of artists. A lot of artists have really inspired me. And then sometimes I'm inspired by songs as well. So I'm inspired by music itself, I would say, basically.
You mentioned Jamaica a few times.
Yeah.
And then you mentioned Chronics, Bob Marley.
Yeah.
There's a love there from your part. So
Yeah.
was reggae, dancehall a big kind of backdrop for you? Was that it was playing in the background?
Yeah.
I can't imagine it was your parents, Josh. I just can't imagine it was your parents. So where does that come from? Where does that love stem from?
First of all, in my household, I listen to all kinds of music,
Right.
And my parents are pastors, but they let us be.
Okay.
They let us experience the world through our own eyes and experience Jesus in our own way, And where I grew up from, reggae and dancehall are a big thing. Everyone does dancehall, everyone does reggae, and it's what I've grown up listening to. It's what I've grown up on, It's kind of liberation music, kind of, When you think about it, it's also gospel in its own way. I can tell you a bunch of songs from Chronics that really sound like gospel songs if you just replace Jah with Jesus, So at the end of the day, this is music that has touched a lot of people from where I'm from, and a lot of people listen to it. So it definitely also affected my life, and also is reflected through how I write music and how I make music.
If Dive In was the track that was going to kind of get everybody used to the sound for the album, Wrong Places blew up on TikTok with over 2 billion views, right?
Yeah.
So that cement in your mind's eye that you were on the right track. And, what's that like in terms of just advocating for that feeling you had at the beginning of the creative process?
The success of Wrong Places definitely inspired me more because the writing on Wrong Places is very interesting. It's not really very straightforward. It's not what you'd expect to hear in an Afrobeat song, and it's almost a bit complex. And I didn't know how people would react to that kind of music, that kind of writing, and when it worked out, I just knew now, and you just need to look in and just let the art flow,
King Promise, Joe Boy, Simi. Couple of good, decent collaborations. I mean, you're moving quite quickly in terms of who you would like to work with moving forward. What do some of those names look like?
I have a lot of people I would love to work with. I can't mention all of them.
Well, mention some of them because that's what we do over here.
A few.
Who?
Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
Chronics, of course. Of course, Bana, Davido, Whiskey, Thames. I would love to work with Thames. I would love to work with Beyonce as well. I would love to work with so many artists, man.
I'm glad you called out the biggest ones. Because they're all going to happen for you, Josh.
Amen.
They're all going to happen for you, my brother.
Amen.
Your music blends like storytelling and infectious speech, right? So how do you strike the balance between making people feel and making them move?
Yeah. If I'm to break that down in terms of making music, I would say music has two parts. There's the rhythm section and then there's the melody section. And once you have a good blend of both, because the rhythm makes your body move, and the melody makes your heart move, enters your soul. So once you have a good melody and you have good lyrics, so lyrics give context to the feeling you get. So you have a feeling, but you don't know whether it's a sad feeling or a happy feeling. But that's it. That will be determined by the lyrics I put on top of the melody, and how the melody goes, how bright it sounds, how dull it sounds, But then if you have a good rhythm going, there will always be the groove, Once you have a good groove going, people will always, before they realize it's a sad song, they've already moved their feet. So I would say I'm very intentional about how I make music and how I put things together when it comes to making music, and I'm intentional about what emotion I want to provoke and how I want people to feel, how I want people to move when they listen to the music.
Away from music, what gets the blood going?
Away from music, I like hanging out with my friends. I also like alone time once in a while. Just reading. I like reading. I like listening to music. I listen to a lot of music. I like watching random things on YouTube. Of recent, cat videos.
What videos?
Cat videos.
Cat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is random.
Yeah, and it's random because I don't like cats.
All right.
A lot of things. I would say also I like experiencing things. So I like moving around. I like trying different things. I would say I'm a very open-minded person, so I'm always down to try things. And yeah, that's it. I don't have a lot of interests outside of music.
In terms of just your talent manifesting in the way that it has over the years, I read that you're the type of person that could hear something once and then replicate it, repeat it. Yeah. When did you know you could do that?
I feel like that's something that has come with experience.
Right.
As I said, from a young age, I've been doing this thing.
That's what I'm asking. Cause
So I would say when I was around 18, my ear had grown to a point where I can predict the move, because all music moves the same if you break it down and if you listen intently, So it's very rare to hear a song that goes another way or a new way, you know. And unless it doesn't go in the way that the rest of the songs go, it's very easy to predict where a song will go and how the melody is. So now I'm at a point where I can even just listen and know it will go, you know. So listening to it once, I already know how it's going because it's still flowing in the same way, you know. So when I was around 18, yeah, I realized because I used to play in bands a lot, and you have to learn songs really quick, you know. They send you a list today, you have to play it tomorrow. So, and those are like 30, 60 songs, you know. So from there, I just had that experience of just learning songs, and what you train your mind to do, it will do. So yeah, I would say that's what cultivated that, and that's around the age I started doing it.
When you look forward, you know what success looks like on other artists. What do you allow your mind's eye to construct in terms of a vision or a picture about what success would look like for you?
Success for me is reaching a point where I can comfortably create. You get? Comfortably create, and everyone around me is good. My family is good. My friends are good. I have things moving. I've not yet got kids, but my kids are good. You know, I'm good, and for me, that's what success is looking like to me for now. You know, yeah. But of course, I also like the finer things in life. So
I mean, you're young. You got all of that. You got time to get that out of the system. So.
Yeah, but that's definitely what success is looking like to me. Yeah.
Joshua Baraka, it's been an interesting chat. When is Juvie dropping in its entirety?
Yeah, it's dropping on 28th November. 28th November. Okay. 2025.
Well, fans should look out for that. Is there anything else you want to share with us before we part ways?
Yes, please pre-save the album. Yeah, pre-save the album so that when it drops, you'll be one of the first people to listen. And yeah, come for my shows. Yeah, I like performing, so it would be amazing to see you there. And yeah.
Where can people find out more about you?
Go to Joshua Baraka. Just search Joshua Baraka anywhere, you know. Everywhere you listen to your music too from, just write Joshua Baraka. Social media, Joshua Baraka. And yeah, also come to Uganda. It's an amazing place. That's all.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.